What's the matter?
I've been pricing Davy's brainchild.
How much?
All the figures aren't in. I'll give you the bad news tonight.
We've got to cut out.
Are you sure I have to?
Look, I've got to come back here tonight. Now, I can't get away without you.
This is ridiculous. I haven't played the fiddle since I was little. All right, since I was younger.
You know something? You're going to love it just once you get started. Ready, Dr. Jekyll?
Positively, Mr. Hyde. Spill pot.
Really? How do you do, Abigail? And how do you do, Anastasia?
How do you do?
Mr. Wesley Candidish.
Cavendish.
And his daughter, Lois.
No, Lois. Lois.
Well, if you insist. No reserved seats, folks. Just squat anywhere.
Mr. Cavendish has joined the firm recently. This is Lois, his daughter.
I'm Abigail, dear.
No, you're not, dear. You're Anastasia.
Oh, of course. We change names every week. It gets so boring being the same person all the time.
My, but you're pretty. I used to look a lot like you.
I still do. Won't you sit down?
Thank you.
John will be delighted to meet you.
You'll find him very shy at first. He's led a very secluded life.
Mr. Philpott tells me you play the oboe.
Not very well. Such modesty is so refreshing. You also sing English madrigals, I'm told.
Oh, she loves singing them, don't you, dear?
At the drop of a hat.
Oh, she wears hats. How delightful. Most girls run around nowadays with their hair sticking out of their head. Don't they, Anastasia?
I'm Abigail this week.
I've been telling Lois about John's sterling qualities.
And the Abernathy estate.
Agatha, serve some tea.
No, ma'am.
Oh, dear, she can be so mean sometimes.
A great man, your father.
May he rest
in peace.
4:30. Where is the young man?
He's probably at the library. His hobby is ornithology.
I have a marvelous idea. While we're waiting, I'll play the harp. The harp? I might have known it.
Slip into my room.
Are you sure I've got to do this?
Go on, move it.
Always gets in trouble when she gets to that part. Got a nose caught once, took 7 stitches.
Good evening, Aunt Abigail and Anastasia. Oh, Mr. Philpott. How nice to see you, sir. You're looking very well.
I've seen corpses look better than he does.
That'll do, Agatha.
I thought it was pretty good myself, if I do say it.
Mr. Cavendish, a new member of my firm.
How do you do, sir?
My pleasure. My daughter, Lois?
Charmed, I'm sure, Miss Cavendish.
How do you do?
You may call her Lois. She's been approved.
She plays the oboe and sings excellently.
English madrigals.
Really?
Furthermore, she's majoring in home economics. How to run a big home, servants, things like that.
Lois brought her oboe along. After dinner, you two will perform for us. I trust you've been practicing your violin.
Oh, indeed I have, sir. As a matter of fact, I begin my recital next week. I've been wrestling with Mendelssohn's Concerto in E-flat minor.
Mendelssohn lost. We eat in half an hour.
But that's much too early, Agatha.
I got ducats for the basketball game tonight. We eat in half an hour.
Won't you all be seated?
I've seen it before.
Probably in the newspapers. The society page.
Down to business. In accordance with the last will and testament of your late grandfather, John Abernathy I,
May he rest in peace.
Amen.
according to his express wishes, we have completed our annual investigation into the educational and moral progress of his sole heir, John Abernathy III. Our examination reveals the following. College grades, good. Musical progress, excellent. Continued interest maintained in the classics. It would seem that the diligence with which you are pursuing your studies has left you very little time for association with the opposite sex.
Such language.
Your grandfather, being a fair and just man, foresaw that this might happen. He, however, provided that upon your 20th birthday, you be permitted to mingle with certain select and carefully scrutinized young ladies.
How wonderful. You may now start mingling.
That's very thoughtful of Grandfather. Has she been scrutinized?
Most thoroughly.
She has been cleared. Consequently, you will be permitted, under proper supervision, of course.
To, as they say, date her.
Oh, John, this is a great moment in your life.
I'm overwhelmed. I should have been prepared for something like this.
I'll get you a tranquilizer.
Of course, the necessary clearances must be obtained first.
You bring your instrument, and the two of you will play duets.
Dinner's ready. Looks pretty awful, so you might as well get it over with.
If you'll excuse me, I'll clean up. Pardon me, please. Excuse me, sir.
What do you think of him?
I hope they lost the formula for any more creeps like him.
Here's something special for her front end. Heavy spoke motorcycle wheels and a half-joint triangular locating bar. You're not listening.
You know, I may have trouble getting back to the clubhouse tonight. Do you remember that chick that Philpott brought around looking for me today? Well, she's downstairs.
Lucky she didn't recognize you.
And these shades and this get-up. Besides, I was half smothered with mops and stuff.
She wasn't bad looking for a girl. Personally, I prefer a hopped-up motor.
Man, she's square. She plays the oboe.
No kidding.
And sings madrigals.
Do you sing them? I thought you ate them.
I better get back downstairs.
Hey, about that front end.
She really plays much better than that. I guess she's a little excited tonight, meeting John and all that. Aren't you, dear?
I haven't been so stirred since I fell into the cement mixer.
Well, since you all insist, I'll sing now.
Perhaps I'd better play first, Aunt Abigail, because I'll have to excuse myself soon to practice.
Of course. Duty comes first. You know how your grandfather felt about duty.
Amen. He plays the violin like I do the oboe, which is not good.
Quiet.
I hate to run, but I do have to practice.
Oh, well, that's too bad. Lois was hoping, that is, I was hoping that perhaps...
Oh, well, you will join us later for coffee, won't you, dear?
I'll try.
Do come back. You and Lois have so much in common. Not only music, but Lois is a student of ornithology, just as you are.
Are you a bird lover, Miss Cavendish? Well, that's wonderful. We'll have to get together. I'd love to show you my slides.
Really, Mr. Abernathy?
Oh, we'll be chaperoned, of course.
Of course.
Excuse me.
He gave me up for a G-string, and not the kind strippers wear.
He's a little stuffy, I'll admit, but so rich.
Stuffy? A taxidermist's been at him. Do I have to hang around?
Oh, you could slip outside, go for a walk or something.
If I'm found dead, it was no accident. I did it rather than come back here. Will you please excuse me?
Of course.
Come on. Get with it.
If only I didn't have to listen to myself.
Come on, from the top. As my old granddaddy used to say, sleep is for the dead, not the working.
You tell your granddaddy.
He can hear every word you say. My aunts are convinced that his ear is at every keyhole. Hi, I just ran out of rosin. I was on my way to get some.
Do you always take that shortcut? Your fiddle seems to play without rosin. Even without a player. You know, those glasses fooled me. First time we met, you were hiding in a broom closet.
Really, Miss Cavendish, you must be mistaken, because
That line doesn't work so good with that getup. Where are we going?
We?
Well, if I stay here, I'm just liable to tell Mr. Philpott where and how we met. He'd just love to know that you were the one that was driving the hot rod that nearly ripped his pants off.
You know, that's a form of blackmail.
There are others. I could scream and say you attacked me.
You're a sweet kid. You and your oboe.
And you and your violin. Shall we depart?
You got me. Let's go.
You always drive like this?
Usually. Except when I get mad, then I really let go. Why, shall I take you home?
Take me home? No, I love it. Go ahead, get mad.
Light's bad in here. Makes you look good.
Go bray at the moon.
Where's the Playboy, or is this his night out with the Vanderbilts? We didn't get around to finishing our run.
Well, aren't you the glutton for punishment? He can take you in or out of a gas buggy. You know that.
Not tonight. I feel good.
I can smell the reason why.
I installed myself a new set of carbs today. I'd like to try them out on social item number 1.
Well, for a guy who hasn't worked since he ran errands for a bookie, you sure come up with the dough when you want it.
Yeah, I'm talented that way.
Hi, John.
Hi, Dick. What's the matter? Who died?
We all did. I just got the final figures in.
How much?
4,100 fish, not counting our own sweat and blood.
Are we downhearted, gang?
Yes. Look, now we got the combo sounding pretty good. Why don't we make a series of hops?
If we do real big, we'll clear a $50 bill on them. That means 82 dances.
I got a surefire scheme to raise some scratch. All we need is a few simple tools. Some guts. 3-4 weeks, you'll have the dough for the car.
Who's going to drive it in the sweepstakes? We'll all be in jail.
I said it takes guts.
Look, now, I'll see that we get the money. Without stirring up the police. Come on, Dick, let's run down Believe Me one time.